Good afternoon, everyone. How's everyone doing today? We can't moan, can we, eh? January, and the sun has actually just started to come out. So welcome to my channel, guys, Joey Barnett TV. Hope everyone had a really good Christmas. Hope everyone had a good New Year, and I hope everyone has started the new year with good intentions, positive vibes, and maybe to some turning over a new leaf. Maybe 2023 could well and truly be your year, so make it be your year. This is what I like to do with myself. I like to be the best version I could possibly be of myself in everyday life. I like to present myself the best possibly way I possibly could, and you know, the first time you see someone is always the how you judge people by their first reaction. So I always like to keep myself smart and tidy, and I've always been that type of a person, guys. So anyway, today's subject, I have uploaded a little bit of content this morning, a bit of inspiring content about what I've got to look forward to this year and what I'm doing this year. There's so many different doors open for me, so many different avenues I can take. I don't know what one to take first, but Bruno's come to say hello to me. Hello, Bruno. Come and sit down. Bruno loves, for some reason, he likes being on the podcast, but today I'm sitting at our table in chairs, and I've got my PC on, so I'm not able to move the computer around to show you Bruno, but yeah, you can see me stroking. He's right beside me. Anyway, guys, before I slip off this subject, alright Bruno, I'll give you a stroke. Before I slip off this subject, I want to quickly bring it to the table very quickly, because it's such a good topic, and it's such an intense topic, hard hitting, and there will be quite a few people that can actually relate to this story what I'm going to tell you. So this morning I went into town to do a little bit of shopping, and I see a female which I've probably known for around 25 or 30 years. And when I see her last was about 3 years ago. She looked presentable, and you know, she looked happy and she was doing well. So this morning I see her walking through town, and I had to look over my shoulder twice to make sure it was the same person what I knew. Didn't go up to her or speak to her or nothing like that. And I just could not believe what I was seeing. So basically, she's been caught up around Class A drugs. Lost everything. She's literally lost everything, and including her dignity, her weight, her family, her children, her life, her house, everything. She's literally lost everything, and this person's now living on the streets. And this was once someone who, you know, I used to socialise with on a day, not a daily basis, but every time I see her I bump into her. So you know, this is an example, guys, of what I'm actually going to talk to you about today. Now, it's not very nice me telling you these stories from my own personal experience. I'm not saying it's not nice, but what I'm saying is I've got experience around these horrific, horrible stories. I was never one of these people what I'm going to talk to you about, and I never would be one, a drug dealer, especially a Class A drug dealer. And when I say Class A drug dealer, I mean cocaine, crack and heroin. Them type of drug dealers. Now, they are the lowest form of scum you could ever get in society, because all they ever want to think about is their own pockets and materialistic things, what they can have and what they get in life. They don't give a monkey's about the person what they give it selling them drugs to, and the addiction what they're giving to that person. And you know, that user is like destroying his family, he's destroying his life, he's destroying everything around him, and it's the drug dealer what is contributing to this by selling in the drugs. So, and you know, to get to this point, it took a long time, because I was on Class A drugs for many years, but now walking about and looking at things as a reformed person and a drug-free person, and looking at people square in the eyes with my eyes wide open, I can honestly say that these drug dealers what sell these drugs to people are the lowest scum of the earth. Now, what a lot of these drug dealers actually do is they target vulnerable people. It could be a male or female, but mostly it is females. And I'll tell you something now, you know, it's mostly the most prettiest girls you could ever imagine. For some reason, they are like jailbait to a drug dealer, and you know, the drug dealers will let that female, or make that female feel on top of the world. They'll be buying her things, they'll be taking her out, you know, they'll be putting her on a pedestal and making that girl feel like she's £1,000,000. But slowly and surely they'll be feeding that girl drugs, and that, you know, that daily thing becomes very quickly into a habit, and before that girl knows it, she's then addicted to drugs, to class A drugs, crack or heroin I'm talking about. It doesn't take long for the dealers to reel these females in and to give them a little taster of what they're selling, to give them crack a few times, give them heroin a few times. They know exactly what they're doing. They're good at their game, these drug dealers. And what they do is, as I said, they buy more materialistic things. They make them feel on top of the world, but in the back of their mind they know that, you know, what they're going to do to that female. What ends up happening to that female is she ends up losing her home, she ends up losing her family, she ends up losing the roof over her head, she loses everything about her pride, her dignity, everything about her. I've seen this numerous times when I was a horrible person and when I had that dangerous type of mindset. I've never done this to any females myself, but I certainly was around people what was doing these type of things to females. So this is why this coming from straight out the horse's mouth. This is first-hand experience. So like all females out there, this video is really targeted at. Just be aware of you know, the person that you're attracting, and the man that you're with is not a drug dealer, because you know they only think about their own pockets, and sooner or later they'll be giving you an addiction. And once you've got an addiction, your life is in their hands. It's balancing in their hands, and they can just drop you whenever they want and pick you up whenever they want. They control you. You know, you can't get away from them. Once that you're that far into your addiction and they've got their claws into you that much, it is very hard to get away from them. So just be aware, all females, young females and middle-aged females, you've got to be aware of all drug dealers. Not so much cannabis dealers, because you know, but that could lead, I'm not glamorising cannabis, because that could lead to other drugs, but you know, it doesn't a lot of the times, does it? So yeah, this video is just really just putting awareness about that and letting people know out there. This can also happen to males too. Drug dealers do, you know, target young people. They target kids at school. You know, they wait outside schools for them, and they give them things. You know, it's reeling them in, and in a way, it's child grooming. And these drug dealers do this too. You know, they groom youngsters. 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds to actually give them drugs, to give them parcels to hold on to, and give them it to drop off on their BMX bikes and their mountain bikes. And then, you know, when they've done that drop off once, you know, the drug dealer will give that young kid £20 or something like that. You know, no one's ever given that before. He's never seen that type of attention before, certainly from his parents not giving him that type of money. And that young kid likes that type of thing and decides to do another one and another one and another one, and before that kid knows it, you know, the shit's hit the fan and it's all gone pear-shaped, it's all gone wrong. So yeah, this is why I'm trying to spread awareness out so much and put so much content about drugs on my channel, because I've got first-hand experience with it, and these things really do happen. So please guys, stay away from class A drug dealers. They are all after one thing, and that is money. Then, you know, that is all they're after. They're not interested in you. They're not interested in settling down with you, making a family with you and being content with you. It's in the back of their mind that one day you know, they're going to be that female or that male, you know, is going to be a sucker to you, and you're going to rule them, you're going to control them, and that's always in the back of their mind. So guys, I hope everyone has a great day. I'll be back again in a bit. Peace. Be aware, guys. Just look out for these people. Have a great day, everyone, and I hope everyone is having a good new year.